Just ahead this midday, local breaking news. One person critically hurt in a Sarpy County crash. What we know right now. Plus, the charges are dismissed in the case of a concrete truck crash that killed 2 people who were inside the courtroom. And the latest from Russia as tensions increase with the UK by the minute.
We have mild temperatures on tap for today, but once we get into tomorrow, tracking soggy and unsettled conditions.
All right, thank you, Peta. 6 News live at midday is next.
From your home for news, this is WOWT 6 News Midday.
Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us this midday. I'm Collin Ruane. We begin with local breaking news from Sarpy County right now. Highway 370 is closed as a bad crash leaves 1 person in critical condition. It all happened near Gretna in the area of 180th and Highway 370 about 8:15 this morning. The Sarpy County Sheriff's Office tells 6 News the driver of a sedan pulled out of a neighborhood onto eastbound 370. That car was hit by a westbound pickup. At this point, we don't know the identities of the people involved. Also breaking this midday, a judge has decided to dismiss felony charges. It's for the crash of a concrete truck in La Vista that killed 2 people, but the case might not be over quite yet. Austin Holloway was behind the wheel when it tipped over and crushed a car at 120th and Giles in late October. The passengers, Michael Dearden and Phil Hurdle, both died. The state says it's Holloway's fault, while the defense blames the company that owns the truck. Prosecutors now have the opportunity to refile charges, possibly reduced to misdemeanor. We'll hear from those involved in the case in our next newscast, live at 5. New details report this midday. A man accused in a shooting outside Nebraska Furniture Mart will undergo a mental evaluation. A psychiatrist will examine Ryan Blaha to decide if he was insane at the time of the crime. You see him right there. Police say Blaha shot Jared Clausen as he walked into work in January of last year. He survived. Police say Blaha had been researching well-known serial killers before the crime. New developments in a suspected road rage killing right in the middle of L Street. A man originally charged as an accessory is now facing a second-degree murder charge. We first met the victim's wife, Yvonne Womack, back in September. All she's wanted is justice in the murder of her husband, James. The 32-year-old was gunned down near 60th and L. Womack got out of his semi and banged on the window of a pickup. Witnesses say he was then shot as he walked away. Michael Benson was originally booked for jail for accessory to a felony. Prosecutors were upgrading the charges to second-degree murder and use of a weapon to commit a felony.
There's been a lot of work going on, a lot of tests have been conducted, and that leads us to the allegation that we've currently charged.
Prosecutors say Benson could be back in court for murder as early as tomorrow. Investigators are still looking for another person of interest in that case. If you know anything, call Crime Stoppers or the Omaha Homicide Unit. Tips may be eligible for an enhanced reward. Well, right now, an Omaha mom is in trouble with the law. She's accused of driving while on drugs, crashing into a house, and leaving the scene. And her 4 young kids were along for the frightening ride. Officers responded to a house near 42nd and Sorensen Parkway. The homeowner said a car slammed into his house and then drove away. You see the impact right there. It caused significant damage to the front porch there. Police tracked down the suspect, Ashley Staples, to her home about a mile away. Officers cited Staples for 4 counts of DUI with children in the vehicle. The kids aged 3 to 8 were placed in their grandmother's care. Turning our attention now to the hour-by-hour forecast. Meteorologist Peta Sherwood is here with a look at it. We wish we could have a repeat of yesterday, but we're not quite so lucky.
That's right. Yesterday we made it up coming up.
Still winter for just a little longer,
Just
Peta.
a little bit.
All right, thank you so much. Well, developing now, the U.S. is now backing British officials who blame Russia for the nerve agent attack against an ex-spy and his daughter. And Moscow is pushing back with threats of retaliation after the UK's plan to expel Russian diplomats. We get the latest from NBC's Keir Simmons. NBC's Keir Simmons reporting. Well, back here locally in Omaha, a man is considering legal action after a fire destroyed his West Omaha condo Tuesday night. He lived in the building near 168th and Dodge. You see there, it's fenced off now. That was until flames destroyed everything due to a smoldering mishap. Fire officials say the accidental 3-alarm blaze was caused by the installation of a water heater, but he thinks there was some negligence.
We were smelling the smoke from the vents, but like I was saying, we're smelling it, but we're not seeing anything. And then it's very scary stuff.
Dusty tells 6 News the apartment managers offered him another unit, but he turned down that offer. We reached out to management at Cambridge Villas. They told us they're not allowed to comment. The building was a total loss at almost $500,000. 4 people are now without a home. And news of another fire this midday. Fire investigators tell us kids playing with fire led to a house fire in South Omaha. 4 adults and 3 kids were forced to find another place to stay after flames broke out in this home near 13th and Martha. Fire left significant damage, including a large hole in the roof of that home. Damage is estimated at more than $30,000. And just a reminder, WOWT Channel 6 is helping Heartland students pursue a career in broadcasting. We are giving away 2 $1,000 scholarships to area high schoolers. You can submit your application now at WOWT.com. The deadline is April 30th. Just ahead this midday, PETA has a closer look at the hour-by-hour forecast for St. Patrick's Day weekend. But first, big news for brewers, how the new tax law is helping them out. You're watching 6 News live at midday. Welcome back. It's a big blow to an iconic brand. Toys R Us is now looking at a plan to liquidate the company. Toys R Us employs more than 30,000 people. It's the latest major casualty in a string of retail store closures across the country, even after a strong holiday shopping season. Toys R Us is expected to appear in Virginia bankruptcy court this afternoon. You might have peeked at your bank account to see if the new tax law left you with a little extra cash, but your wallet might not be the only thing getting a boost. The new law is giving craft breweries a tax break too. As Landon Dowdy explains, it's a good thing for consumers and brewers alike. All right, taking a live look outside this midday, a gorgeous view of the downtown area. Meteorologist Peter Sherwood is up next with your hour-by-hour forecast. You're watching 6 News live at midday.
While you're on the go.
And we're at the point all the highs are above freezing, so we can't complain too much.
That's right. And almost 5 more days until spring. Something to look forward to.
We're ready to go. All right, thanks, PETA. Just ahead, an exciting performance and a return for river dances. Performers bring their 20th anniversary world tour right here to Omaha. We're live with 2 of the dancers taking the stage at the Orpheum tonight.
You're watching 6 News live at midday.
Welcome back. The international Irish dance phenomenon Riverdance is back by popular demand. It's at the Orpheum tonight. It's the 20th anniversary of the World Tour, and you have a chance to see it in person. Joining us here in the studio are Gianna Petrosic and Kieran Hardiman. First off, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about the show. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it is. So, for instance, it's a Grammy Award-winning show composed by Bill Whelan. It's a high-octave performance show with Irish dancing, American tappers, flamenco dancing, Russian folk, and I think it's just a show that's catered for all ages and everyone. I think it's just really, really fun as well.
And so you both have extensive backgrounds in dancing. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I started dancing when I was 9. I'm actually 32 right now, and I joined Riverdance in 2007, so 11 years ago I've been doing it, so pretty long.
And then what about you?
I started dancing when I was 3, and I actually started doing ballet dancing, and I also do tap, jazz, and obviously Irish dancing. And I continued Irish dancing until now at a professional stamina, and I love it.
And you guys are all over the place, 40 different cities. What's it like to be able to sort of go all over the place, really see the country?
At times it can be a little bit tiring, but you get to visit so many different cities and countries that you would never even dream of, and it's just, you learn something new every single day, you see things new, the people are always so friendly and welcoming. What about you?
It's the same.
Yeah.
It's just amazing, free ticket all over the world.
And what's nice about this time around, it's the 20th anniversary, and there's a lot of new stuff. It's the new costumes, lighting, projections. Talk a little bit about what people can expect if they're going out tonight.
Okay, so as you have told everyone, it's our 20th anniversary. So one of the things you may see in tonight's performance is there's a new number in the second half called Anne and Olivia, and it's with the female Irish company and the female Irish lead dancer. It's composed by Bill Whelan, and it's based on a poem by James Joyce, and it just shows the strong feminist women of today's era. I think the girls don't really get a chance to show their strong side, and you get to see that. There's also a female band. There used to be just a male-driven band, but we still have our male drummer, who he is incredible. But we have 3 girls who play the fiddle, the concertina, the saxophone, and the fiddle. And obviously, the lighting and costumes, I'm not going to say too much because you need to come and watch it tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we have some information about how you can go tonight. It's going to be at the Orpheum, if we have the information for you. 7:30. You're visiting 6 more cities in March, so you're staying busy. So a lot of excitement, a lot to get to, and you can get tickets at ticketomaha.com. Again, thank you so much for joining us. And just ahead this midday, PETA is back with a final look at the hour-by-hour forecast. But first, the Black Panther phenomenon continues to smash records. Dustin Dales has that and much more ahead in the Hollywood Minute.
We'll take it from here.
Well, one superhero movie keeps blasting box office barriers, and if you like the music of movies, we have a couple stories for you. Here's Dustin Dales with the Hollywood Minute. PETA's back with a look at a rainy next few days.
That's right. Once we get into tomorrow, it's just going to turn unsettled. So we wet conditions for dry conditions on Saturday. Just keep those chilly temperatures around.
Fingers crossed for that warm up soon.
That's right.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us live at midday. Our next newscast live at 5 with John and Mallory. Have a great day.
WOWT 6 News is everywhere. Watch every newscast streamed live on our website and mobile app.